Now we got the legend himself, the other half of MoTrill off in this thing.
Right on.
Bun B, what's good with it, boss?
Man, happy to be here, man.
Man, happy to have you in this thing now.
Happy to be back, let me say.
Exactly. You know, Wick is going to get pissed with me because Corey Mo let me know that you was pulling up out of nowhere. So, you know, Wick is going to be out rubbing his bald head because he ain't got no head to pull out. But now, this is my question. The MoTrill album, man.
Right.
What was that like with you teaming up with Corey Mo for a full album in the middle of a pandemic, making it do what it's supposed to do? He told me about some of these features on this album, and it sounded like this is going to be one of the best albums of all time, Bun.
Well, look, I ain't going to put that kind of
well, that's what it sounded like.
Man, but, I mean, we definitely came with it, you know. Yeah. Corey is a longtime friend as well as collaborator.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, doing music with Corey is kind of second nature at this point. You know, we know each other. I know what to expect from him musically, sonically, and thematically, and then I just try to match it. On top of that, you know, Corey Mo is one of the few actual mentees of Pimp C, and he's been around me long enough to understand my legacy.
Yeah.
And so when Corey, you know, presented this idea of us doing this album, well, I mean, we were halfway through when he called me. Because he and I been sitting on, you know, a couple of songs for a while. We had done some extra music over the last couple of years, and he was like, man, we just sitting on this music. We got half the album, why don't we just do the other half?
Yeah.
And I was reluctant to do it with Corey because Corey is a very excitable person. and I knew once Corey had an album with me, it was just gonna be phone call, text, email, phone call.
Yeah.
You know, but to be fair, he's got a reason to be proud of this album. He's got a reason to want people to hear this album as soon as possible. It's thorough. It's, for one, it's real mature.
I told him that.
That's the key thing about this album. It's very grown.
Yeah.
I feel like it's enough younger people tackling the subjects that younger people need to deal with.
Exactly.
This album is kind of designed for people who are raising people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that are out there in the streets. So it's reminding ourselves that even though we made it out the game and we made it to the other level, that it's still some young G's coming up behind us. So let's make sure we give them the game and point them in the right direction. Right. Let's not act like we out here trying to keep up with the youngsters. Facts. You know, I'm solid in my manhood. I don't need to feel like I need to wear what he wear or drive what he drive to be respected in this world. So there's a level of freedom that comes with that. When you get to that point in your life where you did everything you supposed to do, you checked all the boxes, crossed the T's, dotted the I's, and now you get to sit back on the big sofa in the living room with in your drawers because you ain't got to get up and go nowhere till you feel like it.
Exactly.
You know, and that's the beauty of MoTrill. Not just the music that we made, but the music also. You know, when you make music, it signals where you are in life.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So this is that album that's gonna say we grown now. You know what I'm saying? Corey's got a woman and a child. Now he's got a family he's responsible for. I got my first family, and now my kids are having kids, so there's a whole second family coming down. And you know, look, man, we don't want no trouble. We just want some money.
Come on now. Dang. I was just talking to Sleepy Brown about the genre of OG music. We got the OG Kush. Why can't we have the OG music to go along with it? You know
and we already doing the tours. You know what I'm saying? We out here doing these tours, and you know, look, this is a good place to be. You know what I'm saying? In February, I believe it'll be February 21st, will be the 30-year anniversary of UGK.
My God.
The Southern Way came out February 21st, 1992. So to make it this far, you know, I'm just blessed. I'm just happy to be here to own my publishing. You know, I'm a legacy artist with Sony, so they about to clear all my recoupment. You know what I'm saying? Because I was signed before 2000, so UGK about to have a clean bill. So we'll finally, actually, after 30 years, start getting our first royalty checks from Jive.
Can you break that down for those who might not understand what being a legacy artist is, too?
Because that means you've been signed to a major record label and or a major publishing house over 20 years.
Yeah.
So legacy in their minds is anybody who's been signed to, Sony set it off, and then Warner just started. Universal hasn't come in yet. But if you were signed to Sony or any of their subsidiaries or Warner or any of their subsidiaries before 2000, and you have an outstanding balance, which means you owe your record company money, they'll wipe it clean.
Ooh.
And so now with all these different streaming services, platforms, YouTube and all of that, now that's a whole new revenue stream that opens up that wasn't available because the record company accounting, right, was designed to keep you in the red.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I say 30 years later, I'm still recouping off an album I dropped 30 years ago.
Oh!
You know, not to mention all the ones after that.
Yeah.
You know, but now, you know, they get to wipe the slate clean and, you know, it's just, you know, $1 from that point on. Boy, so it's a blessing. You just got to live long enough, man, to see the world change.
That's what my next question was going to be, though, Bun. In this day and age and time right now, we got a situation to where we have artists not even living long enough to see the world change.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? Because it's getting a little bit too frequent now. We just lost Dolph. Another artist just died last night from New York, you know, and it's just getting out of hand now. What are your thoughts as an OG when you see this going on? And is there anything that can be done to stop this, or is this just the world that we living in now?
Well, I mean, look, I, on one hand, I'll say this. I'll say that this is as crazy as it seems and as prevalent as it seems. Unfortunately, it's not new.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of hip-hop culture, you know, people who've been a part of the culture, contributed to the culture, has fallen victim to violence ever since Scott LaRock with BDP, you know. And so through the years, we see these things happen, and it seems like it's more rappers getting killed. The reality is it's more rappers, period.
Facts.
Right? So that's why the numbers are growing. The other side of it is that, you know, a lot of this music, just being very honest, a lot of this music is not just based in street ethics and codes or whatever. You know, this culture, hip hop, was designed to help take people out of the streets and to try to give people an opportunity to see another life, present themselves in a different way, and not have to go through the same struggles that people from our communities typically have to fight through. Not just the financial struggles and the socio-economical struggles and cultural struggles, but just, you know, that whole idea of black people thinking that we're crabs in a bucket. Yeah. You know, that kind of thing. We've been fighting against that for a long time. But the real reality is that instead of people coming to hip-hop to get away from gang culture and violence, they're actually bringing it to hip-hop with them. Yeah. Right? So just because you become a rapper and make a record, that doesn't absolve you from the street dynamic, you know what I'm saying? And you can't just come into this game and make some songs and sell some records and do some videos and think that the money that you generate or the fame or popularity is going to protect you from whatever it was that you was involved with before you came in the game. You know, when you dance with the devil, you got to wait till the song stop playing. So, you know, I wish these young brothers the best in the music industry and outside of it, because I don't like where the inner cities of America are going. Yeah. We're not getting any better as time is going on. And I know how hard it is in 2022 to navigate the streets of America as a black man or black woman. And I just pray for everybody. I wish them the best. And just keep your head on the swivel, man. And don't be nowhere you ain't got to be. And don't owe nobody nothing. And don't show off if you ain't, you know, if people don't know you got money, keep it that way. Yeah. You know, because it's just a lot of people right now whose whole plan is to catch you slipping, whether it be physically or financially. You know, they just want to catch you slipping. If you ain't paying attention to your paper with this music stuff, they want to beat you for it, you know? And if you ain't paying attention to your back while you out here in these streets, they gonna beat you for it.
My God.